However, if we're really honest, as United fans, Erik ten Hag hasn't got what he really wanted. He wanted Harry Kane, he wanted Kim Min-jae, and both seem to be heading to Bayern. Kim having already gone and Kane ready to follow. Like I said, I'm fully behind the players we've bought. And as a United fan, I feel that it's our job to get behind these players. Welcome back everybody to the Man United stream. I hope you're having a good day, a good week, and life is good. We're going to kick off the show today with the news that we're hearing from news agencies that the Glazers and the Glazer family are preparing to make an announcement, and that they will be saying in that announcement that they will not be selling Manchester United. It's the worst case scenario that we've been waiting for. We've been hearing rumours that this might be the case. All Man United fans have been dreading this announcement and hoping that it might not be true. But last night, a news agency in the name of iPaper Sport broke the news that the Glazers are actually going to hold off selling the club, and they are preparing to make an announcement very shortly to inform everybody else that of their decision of not wanting to sell Manchester United at this current stage. And their primary reason for not selling Manchester United is the fact that the bids made haven't reached their valuation of Manchester United. The Glazers wanted over £6 billion for Manchester United, and none of the bidders, Sheikh Yassim nor Sir Jim Ratcliffe, have reached that valuation apparently. Now, having looked into iPaper Sport, I was hoping that this was not a credible news source and I could find stories in their feed that might have been off the mark, but unfortunately this was not the case. iPaper Sport reports in the past have been on point and accurate. We therefore face a real possibility that the Glazers will be holding on to Manchester United. Since the start of the summer transfer window, we started hearing rumours that the Glazers will not sell and that they were not happy with the two bids and offers put on the table. We heard that the Glazers wanted more money, but since then we were getting conflicting reports, unsubstantiated reports, that the Glazers won't sell, will sell to Sheikh Yassim, will sell to Sir Jim, and now we're hearing that they want more money in order to sell Manchester United. I did mention in yesterday's show that having heard about that massive Adidas contract worth 900 million, the Glazers will not want to sell. The only thing that can stop the Glazers from holding on is the fans. The Glazers want £6 billion plus for Manchester United. But for what? They don't deserve anything. They never invested anything. They took money from the banks and bought Manchester United with that money, and yet they're asking for £6 billion plus for putting no money into Manchester United whatsoever. Right now, I don't care who buys Manchester United as long as they clear the debt and improve the Manchester United facilities and reset everything. In my personal opinion, I feel that the mainstream media haven't done enough. I don't know why, but it just seems like they're not coming out and taking on the Glazers, and in fact some of the mainstream media are standing up in defence of the Glazers. I've come to the realisation that maybe those people who are standing up for the Glazers are actually against Manchester United and do not want them to improve, and they might have hidden agendas. But if you look at the whole situation from a neutral standpoint of view, you will see that the Glazers have not added any value to Manchester United since being the owners. And I can hear some people saying, well, the Glazers have done really well with commercial contracts and made United more money. But United was already making these big commercial contracts and was always going to do well commercially going forward because of its huge fan base. And therefore the argument that the Glazers have come in and somehow made Manchester United more attractive to commercial propositions and contracts is not true. It was always on that trajectory. So how the Glazers can sit there and demand more money for a club that they've not put anything into and done nothing for is beyond me and beyond many fans who I hear speak, and they say the same thing, that they are astonished that the Glazers can sit there and demand this kind of money for something that they've not put anything to. And the other major problem is the transfer window and the new signings that create a great distraction for the Glazers, and most fans stop talking about getting the Glazers out. Most fan channels stop talking about the Glazers. Most media stop talking about the Glazers. And the Glazers are fully aware that there is this correlation between them signing players, the transfer window, and everyone going quiet on the takeover and sale. But But to say that we've had an amazing summer transfer window would be an absolute lie. Don't get me wrong, I'm really pleased with the signings of Mount, Onana, Højlund and hopefully Amrabat. However, if we're really honest, as United fans, we haven't got what we wanted from the transfer window. Erik ten Hag hasn't got what he really wanted. He wanted Harry Kane. He wanted Kim Min-jae. And both seem to be heading to Bayern. Kim having already gone and Kane ready to follow. Like I said, I'm fully behind the players we've bought. And as a United fan, I feel that it's our job to get behind these players. But to sit here and say that these are the only players we wanted would be a lie. Of course, you want United to be getting players that vastly improve our team. You want proven winners and players that leave you with little doubt that they'll come into United and play a pivotal role. Now let's clarify this. It's not the manager's fault or that of the players that are coming in. It's the fault of the owners, the Glazers, who feel that they can use plasters to cover over the large cracks. It's not good enough. We cannot give the manager a small budget and expect him to work miracles. And it's not just about buying the right players. It's also about providing them with the right training facilities. It's about getting the best coaching staff. It's about providing the best equipment. Cristiano Ronaldo lifted the lid on all of this in his interview, and it was hard to sit there and listen to some of the stuff as a Man United fan, but sometimes you have to hear the hard truths to accept them and then improve on them. The Glazers are simply not allowing the club to get back up on its feet. Ever since they came in and placed their own personal debt on top of the club, it brought Manchester United to its knees, and they have not let our club get back up again. This suits many rival clubs and fans. Hence why you hear in some quarters that the Glazers are not bad owners and that they spend millions on bringing in new players. And why would Manchester United fans be complaining about this when the Glazers are not bad owners? But as I've explained time and time again, the Glazers have not spent a single penny of their own personal wealth on buying players. The money spent on new players has always come from the money the club makes from its commercial ventures and sponsors. You can tell it's not the Glazers' money that is being spent in the manner in which we have wasted it, buying players for way over what their actual valuation was and giving them insanely huge contracts and salaries. If it was the Glazers' money being spent, trust me, we would not have done that. For those who are subscribers to the channel and watched our previous content, you'll be fully aware of our thoughts on the Glazers. If you're new to the channel and haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and like this video as well. We have said before that it's never going to be easy to get rid of the Glazers. To think that they were just going to willingly sell the club and walk away was never the case. The greed that covers the Glazers will not allow them to walk away. They sit there scheming and thinking that if they sell the club, Manchester United may become once again a huge club, a massive club under new ownership, and be worth double what it is right now. And this eats up the Glazers from inside. They cannot willingly let go of a club that they think might be worth a lot more in the future. And that is the core reason why they are struggling to let go of Manchester United. With billions of fans hating on them, they still have the audacity and the determination to hold on to Manchester United in a hope that one day they'll make more money from it. But let's make this clear, the Glazers do not in any way care about Manchester United as a footballing club. They only care about the club in terms of its business capabilities. How much money can they generate from shirt sales, sponsorship deals and world tours. But let's wait and see what the announcement will involve and what they actually have to say about the sale and takeover, and then we fans can touch base and see what our next steps will be and what is required to win back our club and help it back to the top of the world. I do not want to end on a negative note, and this is why I kicked off the show with the Glazers, because I want to move on from the Glazers and talk about our new signings. Yes, what's going on at the footballing level, what's going on at the club level. Let's go and see what Erik ten Hag is doing for Manchester United. We've had confirmation that Højlund has completed his medical last night, and we are hoping that he will be announced as a full-on Manchester United player this afternoon. Yes, it is looking like he's going to get announced this afternoon. Really excited with that signing. Hopefully everything goes well for him and he settles in. He might even play some kind of role in Saturday's friendly, but I doubt it. I think he's it's going to be too much for him too fast, and I don't think he's going to be playing that friendly on Saturday. In other transfer news, we have got the ongoing negotiations with Sofyan Amrabat and his club Fiorentina. Manchester United apparently have not made a formal offer to his club yet and are waiting on something. We don't know what they're waiting on. It could be that they're waiting on the Højlund deal to completely seal and officially announce him before they move on to Amrabat, but we're not quite sure. What we are hearing is that Sofyan Amrabat is desperate to join Manchester United and has made a plea for Manchester United to come and get him. He's already confirmed that he's choosing no other club. He doesn't want to leave Fiorentina for any other club if it's not Manchester United. This is the level of passion and love he's showing for Manchester United. I think we need to go and get him. Erik ten Hag wants him. We've got to give him these players in order to have any chance of playing well in the coming season. From what the feedback I'm getting from the fans and comments that you're all leaving, you are all hyped about Amrabat and you really want him to come to the club, and I agree with you. I agree with what you're leaving as your comments, that Amrabat is a class player and he would make a huge difference to Manchester United as a team. Moving away from Amrabat, leave your comments on who you think we should be signing other than Amrabat. If we get Amrabat, do you think that should be it? Do you think we should stop signing any more players? Do you think we should just focus on the team that we have? Or do you think we should be going for additional strikers? I must admit that I'm still uncomfortable just having one key striker. We have got Martial, but we all know that Martial is injury prone and sometimes goes missing in game. And therefore I'd love to have another proven striker alongside Højlund. And this is why I keep saying that the Glazers haven't given enough money to Ten Hag to go out there and buy his key targets. Drop your comments below who you think we should be buying if we can buy someone. Do you know of any striker that's available that Manchester United are currently overlooking? And moving on from that, we've got the news that Jonny Evans might be given a 1-year contract at Manchester United. Now this is a really odd signing. I don't understand why they would need Jonny Evans in the team. What are your thoughts on that? What do you think is going on with this whole Jonny Evans business? In other transfer news, we're also hearing that Manchester United are looking for another centre-back, but they're waiting on the Harry Maguire situation to first unravel before they make a move for any centre-back. It's interesting, that one. I don't think Harry Maguire is willing to leave. I don't think we're going to get any offers in the region that Manchester United want to sell him for. I'm really hoping that they do sell him, but they'll have to lower their valuation somewhat. And finally, on the other transfers out, we are hearing that Fred is really close on joining Galatasaray in Turkey. So that will be a good move for him. Other than that, we're not hearing anything else on all the rest of the players that we have on the transfer out list. And as more and more time passes, it looks like that they will be staying at Manchester United. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe. You were watching the Man United Stream, a channel by the fans for the fans. Goodbye.